What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of... Oh, shoot. What did I say I'd call this from now on in last episode? Layton Wright. Welcome back to the episode of Layton Wright. Oh, God, now I'm all lost about what I was going to say. We are at the Great Archive. We're in the viewing room for the Grand Grimoire, and there was a message left behind. Now we're trying to find a secret entrance in the archive. But Professor, supposing there is a door, that message is such a puzzle in itself. Don't you think it will be difficult to find? You may be right, and this library is so large. Finding anything will surely take a good deal of our time. No, I think not. You're both missing something here. I believe I may well know what it is meant, the words in the message. Meant by the words of the... Really, Professor? Yes, if you'll just remember the wording. From a long time ago, the ancient flame has been locked in an infinite vault of books, waiting for the awakening. When the sun and moon watching over the sage saw places to show their true from Lord of the Past will open. I'm reading it like an idiot because I read it seriously last time, so if you guys watched it last time, you've already, you know. Once person of perspicacity has fulfilled the challenge, the door will be open. Until then, I will wait. We just read this. Why would you make me... That didn't help at all, Herschel, idiot. If you'll both take a look around this room, you'll notice we are surrounded by books. There is probably nowhere else in the library with more books than there are right here. There are books extending all the way up. We're completely surrounded by them. And the key to opening the door is in the sun and moon watching over the sage. But what could that mean? There are no windows, so no light can come in from the sun or the moon. Precisely, which means it is not the real sun and moon that we are being referred to here. And they are located where they can watch over the sage. In other words, behind. Perhaps you have already realized to whom the sage is referring. Right then, let's find the sun and moon watching over the sage and open the door. Okay. Sage. Sun and moon. Okay, well, there's the sun, and there's the moon. Behind the sage. What is that? What's that? It's a sun and moon construction. Oh! So the sage must be... That's right, the sage of this library refers to the curator. And this sun and moon construction is located right behind her seat. So that's what the sun and moon watching over the sage was referring to. And when the sun and moon swap places, their true form will be shown. And the door to the past will open. So all we need to do is work out what that means. But what does it mean by their true form? Well, if we interpret it at face value, it would suggest that we are currently seeing their untrue form. Have a look at this. There seems to be some sort of mechanism in place. Ah, Professor! If you would look closely, there seems to be a puzzle hidden here. Yippee! There are two tiles on each side with an image of the sun and the moon. Maneuver the tiles so that the sun and moon swap tiles. Wow, what a different spelling of maneuver. I have never seen maneuver spelled that way. That is fantastic. It's like maneuver-y. Touch and slide a piece on the touch screen below to move it. Note you cannot move a piece where there is not enough space for it to fit. Oh no! I am so bad at puzzles like this. Oh no. Okay. Shoot. Oh my. Oh. Oh no. I don't know if I'll be able to do this. Oh god. Okay, hold on. Move that back. Oh dear. What do I do about this? Ah, okay. Well, we're making some progress, which is nice. Oh, we're getting really close, actually. Let me just, oops, try and get this last sun piece out. Which I don't know yet if it was the right move, but for now, it's the best I can do. Okay, that's all the blue pieces. Just how do I get, Ah, okay, here we go. Now let's see. Move this here. That's all the sun pieces. Now we just need to get the, What? How do you deal with the last piece, though? Oh. Oh ho ho ho. Okay, now I just gotta rotate them all in the right position. Which shouldn't be too bad, actually. Right? Now I just need the top piece up there. That's not gonna work. Which means this piece on the bottom needs to be the right piece. So, what is this? Where does this go? Up here? Yeah, okay. Yes. Yes. Okay, that's one. One of them is done, I think. So now, we just need to rearrange these pieces. This one needs to, hold on. Move that there, move this in. See, this goes up here. Oh, dear. How am I gonna... Ah, there it is. Woohoo! I did it, I did it, I did it!
Let's see if I've proven myself. Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
The mysterious library puzzle is solved, but just what will happen next? Ooh, give me a cutscene. Oh. Ah, Professor! There's a stairway! Who would have thought there could be anything like this hidden here? The ancient flame has been locked in an infinite vault of books. I wonder just what we'll find down there. An entrance to a basement below the Great Archive! Am I right in thinking that you knew nothing of this stairway's existence? That's right, and if I, as the curator, knew nothing of it, then surely no one else could. It's hard to believe that a secret such as this could have been hidden here all this time. Who could have possibly left such a message? It might be wise not to let anyone see what has been revealed here. I agree. I'll be back as soon as I have asked the other visitors to leave the building. Well then, are you both ready? You betcha! Let's go, Professor! You too, Aspella. Okay then, Luke. Yes! Go to the cellar! What could be there? Oh, how exciting. This place appears to be some sort of historic site. It's amazing to think a place like this could exist under the library. I wonder when it dates from. Ah! That mural! It can't be! Are there coins in? Yes. I'm gonna have so many hint coins by the end of this game. Okay. Oh. Alright. This wall painting is a bit scary, isn't it? A monster attacking a burning town? There's also a woman hurling fire. I suppose she must be a witch? That woman is the Great Witch. Miss Mystery? This certainly doesn't bode well, a painting of the Great Witch here. Do you know anything about the witch in this painting? You don't know of the Great Witch? But how can that be possible for a man of your learning? Well, that's... Never mind. I'm sure you must have your reasons. I don't wish to pry. I appreciate that. Would you mind perhaps telling us a bit about this witch? The woman in this painting is the Great Witch Bazella, and this painting depicts the infamous legendary fire that she caused. She is the witch in charge of all witches, whose very existence poses the greatest threat known to Labyrinthia. The Great Witch Bazella cannot be considered the same as the other witches. She is the root of all Labyrinthia's woes. The Great Witch Bazella. What do you mean by the root of all Labyrinthea's woes? The reason for all of Labyrinthia's suffering at the hands of witches lies in the very existence of the Great Witch Bazella. Would you mind elaborating? The Great Witch Bazella is the source of all the other witches. As long as she exists, there will be no end to other witches. While the Great Witch Bazella is with us, the townspeople will forever live in fear under the shadow of witches. So you mean that if there were no Great Witch, there would be peace? No Great Witch? That's easy enough to say. But while all the knights have been searching for Bazella, nobody has ever been able to find her. There are very few clues, and no one has ever seen her in person. Nevertheless, the Great Witch Bazella is undoubtedly present in Labyrinthia. How can you be so certain? Because her deep claw marks can still be seen throughout the town. You must all have seen them too, the traces of that fire when you entered this library. Ah, yes, there was a part of this building that had suffered noticeable damage. Bazella is a fearful witch, who has all other witches doing her bidding. Long ago, this town was reduced to ashes as a result of her fiery magic. That must have been, let me see, 100 or so years ago. It was on the evening of the Fire Festival, held every year in honor of the Great Witch Bazella. The Great Witch's fury was unleashed without warning, as the entire town burned. That's terrible! That was the legendary fire. Every person in this town knows about it. The rebuilding of the town was a long and arduous process, and all the while, Bazella must have been watching and laughing from the shadows. That's awful! Even now, the legend of the long ago continues to cause real suffering amongst the townfolk. To think that a painting of that fearful witch could be right here in the basement of my beloved library. What is it doing here of all places? There's nothing for it. I'll just have to have this room sealed shut. Please, let's keep the existence of this room strictly between ourselves, for the good of the people. As for me, I shall do my best to forget all about this hidden room. I'm afraid I'd rather not remain in here a minute longer. It's time I started closing up the library for the day. I can't help but feel we've done something wrong. Luke, do you recall the word towards the end of that message? Do you mean, until then I will wait? That's right. When we opened this door, or rather, when we were guided towards opening this door, I could sense someone else's will at work. It's almost as if our following Carmine and coming to this library had all been planned out in advance. Surely you don't mean that we were beckoned here by the Great Witch Bazella? Bazella.
Huh? Is something the matter? Are you feeling all right, Espella?
Yes, I'm fine, really.
That's a really loud moaning that it's really obvious something's wrong. Espella, is everything okay? Yes.
Espella?
Yes? What is it?
It's just that, well, you've been so quiet.
Oh, it's nothing. It's just that this room, it's a little chilly, don't you think?
The atmosphere is a bit sinister, not to mention that scary picture. Maybe it's about time we made a move from here?
Yes, indeed.
Those words at the end of the message. I will wait. What if we weren't meant to be the ones being called here? Oh? Are you talking about Phoenix? Very interesting. Carmine had been visiting the Great Archive. Yes. Hidden beneath the Great Archive. The painting. Yes. Okay. Phew! It's much more relaxing here, isn't it? It felt so intense and claustrophobic down there. Yes, it certainly did. Today has been full of surprises. Not only did I meet up with you two again, but we also found that mural in the library. It seems that this town really does hold a mysterious secret, doesn't it? What shall we do now? I'd certainly like to learn more about this magic. We've been in here for quite some time. It must be getting late. It's probably best if we wind up our investigating for today and take a rest. You must both be feeling tired. Yes, I suppose you're right. I'd be happy to do a little more investigating with you two. But I have an errand to run before it gets too late. I'm still up for investigating further. Whatever the puzzle, I'm ready to solve it. Ha ha, Luke! I can hear your tumbly rumbling from here just now. Well, I can't pretend I'm not a little hungry. If you haven't arranged accommodation yet, why don't you both stay at the bakery? There's a room free, so I'm sure it'd be alright. And Mrs. Eclair would love to have you. What do you say? Well, if you put it like that, we'd be delighted to stay. Thank you, Espella. And there's all that delicious bread, too. I'm looking forward to it already. You fat bastard. Professor Layton, do you have to be going? Yes. Sorry for all the trouble we put you to. I'm sure we can go on a date next time. She's clearly interested. Not at all, although I still can't get used to there being a secret room under the library. It's been a while since I last met someone capable of solving my puzzles. And as I promised, you have my permission to borrow the Grand Grimoire. If you have any need for it in the future, please do drop by and let me know. Thank you very much, Miss Mystery. It's been a pleasure. Oh, there is just one more thing. I have all of Labyrinthia's puzzles stored here in the library. As you continue with your investigations here in Labyrinthia, there will likely be puzzles that you cannot solve or which you do not find. Such puzzles will come to me. Anytime you wish to solve such puzzles, just visit me and I will show them to you. Puzzles that we cannot solve or do not find, you say? Very well. Then I look forward to seeing you again. I'll be waiting. Please take care on your way home. It's already become dark out there. And, if I remember rightly, the storyteller's latest story did mention the evening. You take care too. Until we meet again, Miss Mystery. Neato. Wow, it's already this dark out here. I didn't realize we were in there so long. It looks as if it must have been raining up until a moment ago. The ground is still wet. Yes, and that reminds me of what Mrs. Eclair was saying before we left. She said, you might want to hurry. It looks like it might rain at any time. Let's get a move on. You too, Espella. Hey, where is she? That's strange. She's not here. I wonder where she could have gone. Perhaps she's still in the Great Archive. Oh good, it's Eyeless Man. Slowly does it, step by step. Oh, are you two still here? Can you let me through? I have to lock up. Hello, Dewey. Have you seen Espella? If you're looking for Espella, she left while you were talking to Miss Mystery. I wonder why. She said something about having to buy some milk, even though it was still raining. Ah, yes, I do remember Mrs. Eclair asking her to get some milk for the bakery. It was raining, you said? Yes, it started raining about the time you all went down into that library basement. When Espella just left just now, it did look as if the rain was about to stop. Ah, yes, she left a message for you. She said to go back without her. But she didn't have to go alone, especially in the dark. I'm sure she'll be fine. If it's only milk she needs, then she can get it at the market. It's not far, so she should be back soon. If anything, I'd be more worried about you two being the ones in danger. You know, in the story, it said there were 2 companions. If your work here is finished, then I suggest you both go home. I don't want to get caught up in anything. Luke, why don't we head back to the bakery and wait for Espella there? I suppose so. I guess she'll be alright, right? And finally, I can end this video here at 21 minutes, so stay tuned for the next episode. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye!